Nipples. There we go. I got it.
So we just found that episode title. Nummy Nipples.
So it's a whole thing. Luna's chanting with one hand on the Duchess. The other one has the nip in her hand. Is like over her own heart. She's claiming the Duchess's spirit with a whole bunch of fancy words that I'm not gonna fucking say. I didn't write them down, guys.
Yeah, what they don't really explain here is that by cutting off the nipple, that it seems to be a part of the right to like take control of this person.
It's the left nipple.
It's the left nipple, but like, okay, what I'm trying to ask then, I guess, is the nipple coming off a necessary part of taking control of this person, or is that just something he likes to do?
I think maybe it's a little bit of both. Like, maybe you need something from the person, and Toby decided he liked nipples.
Like...
Because that just makes more sense to me, knowing what we know of Toby.
Take a piece of clothing or something, not like a fucking eyeball, or, you know? Your nose. I'm just gonna mutilate you for the rest of your life, just because.
He was like, Nips, make these cool little discs I can fit right in my pocket. It's cool.
Gonna use them for frisbee golf later. He
So,
doesn't seem as like a frisbee golf kind of guy, though.
No, he's an indoor kid.
He's an indoor kid.
So, Lunetta passes off control and the nip to Toby, and Lumholtz is just hanging in Gale's arms, limp and shivering. When Toby tells her to stop shivering, she does so immediately. So he obviously has control of, like, not only her, like, mind, but her body.
It did seem like it was less of a confessor-style control and more like something else. We don't know exactly what that is. But I don't think if he turned to her and was like, hey, die, that she would die.
It was immediate, but it wasn't necessarily like that. No.
Like he can influence her greatly.
Yes.
But he's not actually in physical control. I mean, he could tell her to do whatever. But it's not like Kaylin to where she's got a magic bond to your physical body.
Yeah.
So you could just be like, die.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. And so at this point, Toby has Lunetta heal Duchess while Gale watches lustfully like a fucking weirdo. He's like, ooh, yay, bleeding tit.
Well, I think the reason he watches lustfully is because she has to put both of her hands on her tits when she does it.
Yeah, he's all about the girl-on-girl action.
Yeah, right. That's what it is.
And the blood. Her
hands are on her chest, and so Gale perks up. He's like, ooh, finally, yeah, okay, where's the popcorn? Because I'm a weirdo.
Here's some action in the midden heap. This is great.
I mean, hey, people are into all sorts of weird stuff, which is, I mean, weird, but not the time, buddy.
No,
not the time. Inappropriate.
Yes. So her boob at the end of this is, like, pretty awesome looking. Like, despite not having a nip on it, it's just, like, a flawless mound, you know? So they do say at one point that she could just use her awesome skills at makeup to, like, draw one back on if she wants to.
I love how unconcerned he is. She's like, yeah, she could just draw one on. It'll be fine.
You know what, though?
Pretty sure I could tell.
You know what, though? Honestly, there is some really awesome work in, like, tattooing that has been done. Like, women who have had mastectomies get surgeries done to, obviously remove the tumors and everything. And then afterwards, sometimes they don't get implants back in. And some women choose to cover the scars up with pretty fucking cool tattoos or just, like, make new nipples.
I've seen those. You showed those to me before where they literally just tattoo a nipple on because that part's gone now. So they want to make it as normal as they can. And like, I for one didn't realize that was a thing people did. I like tattoos. I have a bunch of tattoos. You have a bunch of tattoos.
Yeah.
They're great, but they're for entertainment. I mean, they have meaning. That's not exactly what I mean, but this is a whole nother kind of reason for getting a tattoo. And I just think that's really cool that, like, the industry of tattooing can be there to help people post-cancer
heal
surgery.
in a way,
Yeah, to make them feel better about themselves.
Yeah, because some of those fucking tattoos, you cannot tell.
Yeah, unless I'm assuming you get on the side and get the profile, they are very realistic.
Yeah, I'm sure if you touch, probably, but like, no, man, kudos to those people.
Now that is art.
Yes. So, Toby's having a great fucking night. Everything is turned around. He's confident he's going to teach Lord Rawl what happens to those that worship the Keeper, because that's where he's at with Lord Rawl. He's like, he is a minion of the Keeper in Toby's eyes.
Oh, for sure. That man has definitely one too many nipples.
Well, I guess, to be fair, he's got, like, a kind of creepy demon-looking thing sitting behind his chair. Like...
Oh, yeah. I was like,
Gratch.
What? Gratch, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of terrifying. Like, that kind of says Keeper's minion a little bit.
Just saying, some witches have frogs.
Yeah.
Some witches have cats. If Richard has Gratch,
Yeah.
probably pretty powerful witch.
Yeah.
You know? Just maybe consider that.
That's what I was saying. And so... Toby also thinks this is going to secure his spot with the Imperial Order. Once he fucks over the Lord Rawl and, like, I don't know, I guess proves he's a piece of shit and is a member of the Keeper's, like, hangout squad to the Imperial Order, he's going to get a leg up there.
Oh, well, yeah. Hey, I helped defeat your enemy. That makes us friends.
Yes, exactly. You said that much more eloquently than I did.
Can I has money?
Toby decides that he isn't going to take the Duke's nipple and his free will. He is instead going to stage a Marizwith attack on him, and meanwhile, he's going to let Galtero rape the Duchess as a treat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not a great move. And I mean, it's even more so rape because he's not going to compel her to, like, comply or be okay with it, or like, hey, you like this guy now, go hang out with him for a little while I do some shit over here.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a very real, very traumatic rape that is about to happen.
Yes, it would be rape either way, because
Yeah.
she obviously wouldn't want to do this no matter what, but even more so, and Gale wants to hear and, like, feel her fight. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's, okay. I don't know exactly how to explain it without sounding very, very simple, but the way I kind of assume is like a dog chasing cars. The car goes and it excites the dog.
Oh, yeah.
And so for a guy like Gal, it's not going to do anything for him if she's cool with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that has a whole lot of implications right there anyways. It bothers me that Toby is there, and it was his fucking idea, for one. Like, hey, why don't you go take her back there and do the thing? For two, Gal loves it, and apparently he's brutally honest with these people he's traveling with. And for three, Lunetta is there. She may not actually watch it go down, but you can hear her screaming and being upset, and just...
And her husband, like,
and
I mean,
her husband
he's gonna
is there,
die, but
frozen.
Yeah.
It's so bad all the way around. And look, we laughed a lot. We're about 40 minutes in, give or take, and it turns serious. Like what just happened.
Yeah.
The whole mood just goes whoa.
Wow.
And it does that to you, and it's like, holy shit! No, these guys are fucking monsters.
Yeah, they're terrible people. But I will say that at this point, this is what made me very happy, that we are no longer calling Galtero anymore. Like, he's a cool ass anymore, because he's not.
He's very much not.
He's a bad man, and we should call him Gally Pants.
Gally Pants.
I don't even know. Something
I'm
worse
fine
than
with that.
but, like, he's terrible.
To be fair, the name is cool.
Yeah, it is.
He's not
No.
cool. So
He's
we
not.
will not call him the cool name, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's my
I'm
goal.
fine with that.
Once they are all done, the plan is that Duchess is going to have some bidding to do, and Lunetta is going to have to cast a super powerful spell over her that they need something of Richard's for. Like,
It's classic witchcraft stuff. You're gonna need an item that he was sentimental about or whatever. Yeah.
Luckily, they have that coin they got last chapter, so everything's gonna be super great with that. They must have done this before. Like, maybe... Okay. Earlier, we were talking about plans being set in motion. Like, earlier, for all of this to lay in place. And how... I don't know how it all would have fallen into place, but maybe, at the very, very, very least, Toby was planning all this stuff with the spells out, and that's why he gave the knife so he could get the coin. It wasn't just about seeing the coin, but also about, like, using the coin.
About all of this later.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like a football play, where they know what has to go down and why. So he asked Richard for the coin, he gave him the knife, not that he had to, but then he gets the coin in return, and he knows he can get a couple of things out of that. One, verification that Richard did come from the Palace of the Prophets. Check and check.
And he's the wizard that Grandma Honey was talking about.
Yes, that's 2. And for 3, now he has the option to control this person, simply because they handed him something.
In some way, because it's not the nipple thing.
It's not the nipple thing, but they have a means of doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or at least they know that they're going to use this woman to whatever for Richard, right? So, like, he's just setting up the bowling pins right now. That's all he's doing, and he's getting everything the way he likes it so that he can manipulate the situation to his benefit.
Okay. So then, following this little train of thought, we know Lunetta saw the midden heap on the way to the Confessor's Palace.
Uh-huh.
As far as we know, everybody met at the Confessor's Palace. So at some point between Toby meeting the Duke and the Duchess and that meeting here...
The first time, not here.
Right, the very
chapters
first time.
Ago, right.
He would have had to turn to Lunetta and say, those 2 motherfuckers need to be taken away somewhere so we can deal with them later.
Right.
And Lunetta would have had to, at some point, somehow, I don't know if she had to touch them or just, like, look at them, but she had to put a circle spell and, like, think of the midden heap or something.
This is what I was talking about earlier. All of this happened unbeknownst to us. It had to have happened.
It had to have happened before everybody left when Richard was talking to everybody.
Yeah, it would have happened before that.
Because the Lumholtz left then, and Toby stayed behind.
Exactly.
Huh.
Right. They wouldn't have had the time to throw this plan together after that meeting. They didn't have a chance to talk to like, everybody left and they were stuck there. But that's also what I was talking about before. Terry knows what happened.
Yeah.
He has this written out somewhere. He knows all of these details. The first time I read this book, I didn't consider any of this. That all of this shit must have taken place between the last time that we saw these 3 and this run, which is the whole going to see Richard kind of arc, right? All of this must have taken place way ahead of that, and Terry knew all of that, and so he started to build the story around where those characters were.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of amazing to me, because although I can be a deep thinker at times, I kind of pride myself on that. Also makes me a little jumpy. This is a very complicated thing he has going, with multiple people in different places, with people doing things unbeknownst to other people, and it's starting to layer now. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm impressed, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So I guess the end takeaway, though, is that the Duke and the Duchess left directly while Toby and Lunetta were still at the palace.
And they already had this planned out.
They were already spelled when they left the Confessor's Palace to go
I'm
here.
Thinking so.
And were walking around the midden heap while they were having their private meeting with Lord Rawl. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And they're just
trucking around.
Walking.
Freezing their asses off. Getting their nips hard. So the chapter ends with Gale dragging a screaming Duchess away and Toby turning to a frozen Duke about to slice his guts up with Gale's knife because, he doesn't have one and it'd be hard to do this with a sword.
Yeah, they're gonna fake a Mrizwith attack. So he takes the time to instruct him on what a Mrizwith slash looks like.